Savagery Part 8. The cultivated fields grew bigger every year and they yielded better vegetables, and the people grew healthier. The babies were no longer bone sickly. The water pump worked like a dream, except, of course, whenever it broke down. But whatever it did, there were people to fix it, minds to figure out how to, and strong arms with makeshift tools to do the work. The people no longer lived in huts made of scavenged material or in buildings in the old city which were in danger of falling. They lived in mud dwellings they had made themselves with the windows that the new generation of children had figured out how to make. The houses were so much cooler than the herds had been, and every time Baba looked at them or squinted at the cultivated fields or gazed at the trees, his tired old back straightened itself just a bit, and his chin rose a little and his eyes grey misty. He loved his world and everything in it. So it went on. Appropriately enough, the first drop of rain in almost a century fell on the man who had devoted his life to bringing the planet back from the edge of death. It splashed on his nose, on the skin that had forgotten the feel of water, the taste of it, and the limpid, dewy wetness of it. It ran down his nose, leaving a shining streak in its wake, and into his mouth that was eagerly waiting for it, or would have been if it had known what it was doing. Another raindrop fell on a group of children, then another. With squeals of delight, they tried to hold on to the water, shrieking happily, and when they couldn't, a savage wind started slicing through the raindrops and making them cold as ice. Or so it seemed to the people that rain came down properly now, falling to each in fascinating splashes, creating little rivulets on everyone's faces and hands and arms and feet, then splatting to the ground, then spattering to the ground. And where it touched the ground, oh, the wonderful, delectable, delicious fragrance that rose up. It was like nothing they had ever experienced before, and even for Baba it was something he had smelled as a child, long forgotten and intentionally dreamed of, but not felt in a long, long time. The children started dancing in the mud, in the great soggy sludge, and the rain made of the dust. They kicked it up, they threw it to each other, they put it on their faces. The adults danced too, shouted to each other. Baba just stood there, letting the rain wash over him. It was some time before he realized something was wrong. The rain increased, came down faster and faster. The wind blew, making it colder than ever before. In the villagers' minds, rivers of mud started sliding downhill. Baba turned, and with dawning horror, he saw that the villagers' huts were dissolving. The villagers' huts were dissolving and running down with the water and just washing away with the rain. He screamed to Abaka to look, but Abaka was too far away to hear him. He yelled for Sarah, but Sarah was dancing in the rain with 3 children. He called for Farma, but Farma was gazing up at the sky in rapture, squinting against the rain but trying as hard as he could to keep her eyes open. Nobody heard his cries. He was crying and he was trying to get the attention of everyone all around him, but they were not paying any attention to him. Baba made himself turn into the wind and rain and wanted to call upon